Hi and welcome to another simplified episode from the Oyster Academy. Here let's look at BECA, LEMOA and COMCASA and what they really mean. India and the United States on Tuesday, that is October 27th, signed the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement, that is BECA, which along with two other agreements signed earlier, that is the Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Understanding, LEMOA, and Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement, that is COMCASA. This completes a troika of foundational pacts for deep military cooperation between the two countries. So what is the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement, that is BECA? BECA will help India get real-time access to American geospatial intelligence that will enhance the accuracy of automated systems and weapons like missiles and armed drones. Through the sharing of information on maps and satellite images, it will help India access topographical and aeronautical data and advanced products that will aid in navigation and targeting. Now, this could be the key to Air Force cooperation between India and the US. Now, just as your radio cab or your GPS in your smartphone helps you zero in on the path to your destination and helps you reach there quickly, BECA will provide Indian military systems with high quality GPS to navigate missiles with real-time intelligence to precisely target the adversary. Besides the sailing of ships and flying of aircraft and fighting of wars and location of targets, geospatial intelligence is also critical to the response to natural disasters. Now, the signing of BECA flows from the commitment to the joint statement during President Donald Trump's visit in February this year. Now, this was when the two sides said they looked forward to an early conclusion of BECA. Now, what is the Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement, that is LEMOA, about? LEMOA was the first of the three pacts to be signed in August 2016. LEMOA allows the militaries of the US and India to replenish from each other's bases and access supplies, spare parts and services from each other's land facilities, air bases and ports. This, of course, can be reimbursed by the other nation. LEMOA is extremely useful for India-US Navy-to-Navy cooperation since the two countries are cooperating closely in the Indo-Pacific. Now, to put the usefulness of this agreement in simple terms, it is like being able to stop at a friend's garage or workshop or even to refuel your car or get it repaired there while you are far away from your own home or workshop. Now, the critical element that underpins LEMOA is mutual trust. Without trust, no country will be willing to expose its military and strategic assets, such as warships, to the facilities of another country. Now, the signing of LEMOA was in itself an affirmation of the mutual trust between the two militaries, and its application will enhance the trust. It took almost a decade to negotiate LEMOA, and the exercise in a sense bridged the trust deficit between India and the US and paved the way for the other two foundational pacts. Now, while India had indeed provided ad hoc logistics support to the US in the past, such as allowing the refueling of American aircraft in Bombay during the Gulf War of 1991, and even letting US warships visit Indian ports during the War on Terror after 9/11. Now, the signing of LEMOA has institutionalized this process and made it smoother. So what about the Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement, that is COMCASA? Now, COMCASA was signed in September 2018 after the 2+2 dialogue, during which the then External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and the then Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman met the visiting Secretary of State Michael R. Pompeo and Secretary of Defense James N. Mattis. Now, the pact allows the US to provide India with its encrypted communication equipment and systems so that Indian and US military commanders and the aircraft and ships of the two countries can communicate through secure networks during the times of both peace and war. Now, again, to take simple example, it's like being able to exchange messages or communicate with a friend on WhatsApp or Telegram or even on FaceTime in real time and in a secure manner. Now, the signing of COMCASA paved the way for the transfer of communication security equipment from the US to India to facilitate interoperability between the forces, and even potentially with other militaries that the US origin system for secure data links, like the NATO. Now, what is the specific context of these pacts and their practical benefit to India? See, the strengthening of mechanisms of cooperation between India and US militaries must be seen in the context of an increasingly aggressive China, which of course threatens a large number of countries in its neighborhood and beyond, and which has been challenging several established norms and aspects of international relations. Amid the ongoing standoff at the line of actual control, that is the LAC in Ladakh, which has been the longest and most serious in the last 3 decades, India and US intensified under the radar intelligence and military cooperation at an unprecedented level, especially since June. On Tuesday, 27th October, Pompeo even attacked China directly and reiterated the American commitment to stand with the people of India to confront threats to their sovereignty and to their liberty. Now, while LEMOA means one partner trusts the other enough to expose its valuable assets, COMCASA means one is confident that it can rely on encrypted systems to connect the two militaries. And the last pack, which is BECA, means that the countries can share highly classified information in real time without fear of being compromised. Now, the US wants India to move away from the Russian equipment and platforms, as it feels this may expose its technology and information to Moscow. For its part, India is wary of Pakistan's deep-rooted ties with Pentagon and Washington's dependence on Rawalpindi for access to Afghanistan as well as its exit strategy. But because of the clear present danger from China, New Delhi's strategic embrace of Washington is the obvious outcome. The Indian defense establishment has already used at least 5 American platforms at LAC. The C-17 Globemaster III for military transport, Boeing's Chinook CH-47 as heavy lift helicopters, Boeing's Apache as tank killers, P-8I Poseidon for overland reconnaissance, and Lockheed Martin's C-130J for airlifting troops. Overall, if you notice, BECA will help strengthen India's ties with US and also with NATO forces later on. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.